Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Thursday afternoon just before Friday, Monday morning podcast, and I am just checking in on you. Who's that checking in on you, you cunt? Sorry, I'm in New York, you know. All of a sudden, you're just going to start doing your little Sinatra vibe. Dude, I'm going out and I'm buying a new pair of fucking sneakers today. Dude, what are you going to get, dude? You're going to get the Jordan 5s, dude. I don't know what I'm going to get, you know. I'm getting some old man running sneakers. I need some workout sneakers, you know. How about the ones that were on Better Call Saul for the old ladies? Did you guys watch the rest of that series? Did you see it yet? Can I ruin it for you? I got to tell you, in the last episode, in the last scene, when the guy says, just trying to get all you guys to scamper for your fucking pause buttons. No, I didn't watch it yet. People literally run out of the room. People run out of the fucking room when you start talking about a show they haven't seen the last episode yet of. They do that, you know what I mean? But if you just sit there and you fucking, somebody rips a fart, people just put a fucking shirt over their nose. Who did that? You're literally inhaling air from this guy's ass. You know, and that doesn't make you leave the room. But if, God forbid, somebody brings up the last episode of a fucking show you haven't seen, everybody runs out like the building's on fire. It is a perfect day in New York City. The breeze, dude, this breeze, top 5 breezes ever. This breeze, my top 5 ever. That's a Verzi thing. Verzi would actually rank his breezes. Top 5 breezes ever. Dude, I was sitting there. I had on a pair of Jordan 6s with the fucking V-neck with the chain on the outside. Over. Waitress came up to me. She could barely take my order. She couldn't even, like, she was taking in the whole thing. It was ridiculous. New pair of Guess jeans. Over. Oh, fuck. Anyways, yeah, so I'm up in fucking Port Chester. I don't know what Port Chester is. I know Westchester, there's East Chester, and evidently there's Port Chester, which I believe is just Connecticut. I'm there tonight, I'm there tomorrow, and then I'm there on Saturday. And then I'm done, and then I'm back. And I'll tell you right now, you have not experienced loneliness till you have a fucking kid. And then you leave. My favorite part of the fucking day is when my kid wakes up. You know what I mean? Because, like, they're super fucking rested. And they just, you know, life hasn't beaten them down yet. They don't have any credit card debt. They don't got some psycho blowing up their phone. They don't have this shit they got to do. Some fucking receipt they have to find. They got the look of contentment on her face. You know, when you go to give her a kiss, like, she lifts, all of her limbs come up. Like a baby's ability to do leg lifts. I don't know how the fuck, if I tried to do what she did, just straight up, just lifts them right up. I don't get it. Sit there sucking their toes. Evidently, I was that flexible at one point. I'll tell you that, a couple million miles in the back of the fucking plane, that'll take the infant right out of you. That'll take the sparkle right out of your eye. That's what I miss the most. So that I always FaceTime with my lovely lady. And that's the best. It's the best, but it sucks when I'm on the road. But I just out here being like, you know what? I'm earning money someday. So when she has to go to private fucking kindergarten for $90,000 a year or whatever the hell it costs, because evidently if she goes to a public school, she's going to get stabbed. You know? What happened? What happened to the public schools? Was it the computers? Is that what it was? Everybody had to have a tablet, a laptop, some sort of interface. Is that what happened? And went right through the fucking, and then all of a sudden we couldn't keep up with China. How the fuck is China beating us? The overhead of a fucking billion people alone. I mean, we should get everything at a 60% discount over here as far as educating our own people. Does it make any sense? Does any of it make any fucking sense? Does it make any sense how so many people are fucking struggling out there and they just keep building these luxury apartments and these fucking giant goddamn houses? These people, right? And they always, it's money from Russia, it's money from China, it's oil money from the Middle East. Now listen, I don't know what to do about China, I don't know what to do about Russia, and I don't know what to do about the Middle East, but that's not going to stop me from telling you what to do about all these things. I just ate. Why is my stomach grumbling? This is all you got to do for the Middle East, okay? All we do is you embrace solar power. That's it. How do we do that? How do we do that with the oil companies? If somebody if we actually went in a solar direction, wouldn't a bunch of planes start crashing that had the leaders of the solar movement on them? Yes, that would definitely happen. They would definitely take them out. So what do? This is what you do. You give the sun to the oil people. Okay? You draw up a contract and you say the sun is yours. All right? Now, what are they going to do with the sun? They can't put it out. They can't touch it. It'll burn their fucking hands. But they just make the money off the fucking, the solar power. Okay? And if they could just somehow handle that those people in the Middle East are sitting on a bunch of goop that they can make money off of, if they could just seamlessly fucking walk away from that shit. If I was president, I would literally give oil companies federal fucking grants to fucking get the solar thing going. You guys own the sun. I would just keep walking, but you own the sun. And they'd be saying, but what about the stuff in the Middle East over? Dude, fuck that stuff. All right? You know what that stuff is? That stuff's like it's like an Atari. It's like the Reebok pump. Nobody gives a shit. Okay? This is the new shit. This is the new shit. We're giving you the fucking sun, son. You understand that? You own the center of this solar system. All right? And every fucking little bit of heat that comes off that thing that trickles down onto my freckled, bald goddamn head, you own. You put a fucking meter right on my back, I don't give a shit, okay? And I know what you guys are thinking. Bill, this doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't give a shit. Listen to me. Hear me out. You give these people the sun. You give them the goddamn sun. All right? And then what? What happens over in the Middle East? They're sitting on all of this fucking goop. All right? And all of a sudden, it's not worth diddly squat. Okay? And all of a sudden, the bills start piling up. They don't know what to do. They start selling their properties over here. They want to give money to the terrorist groups. They don't got the money to do it. You fucking bleed them dry. Then that's it. And then they go back to doing whatever the fuck they want to do over there. God forbid they live their lives the way they want to live it over there. God forbid they're not into Jesus and Starbucks. God for fucking bid. They want to walk around in some clothes that are actually functional for the part of the world they live in. You just leave them the fuck alone. And then all they got to do is just keep driving around in cars and all of that shit. So they'll make a lot less money. But they won't have us over there going, hey, you should do this and you should do that. We just get the fuck out of there. Then we're over here. Solar powered everything. Right? Just think about everything. Think about your shirt. Solar powered. Everything. Everything fucking solar powered. I know what you're thinking. Well, Bill, what happens at night? You go to bed. What do people do in Alaska during the winter? Fuck them. We gotta get out. We gotta get out of that place. If it's the last thing we ever do. It's bankrupting us. It's making very few people a ton of fucking money. It is bankrupting us. You cannot solve that shit, okay? So, now that we know you can't solve it, because I said you can't solve it without doing any research, now that I've established that as a fact on my own podcast, the only other reason to be over there is they're sitting on all that goop. But now we don't need the goop. The goop is on fire. We don't give a fuck. Keep it. Right? You give the sun to the oil companies. That's it. Just go total solar power. You know? Jimmy Carter, That Georgia peanut farmer, he said it 40 years ago. He said, we are addicted to oil. We just kept going and going and going. And now look at us. Now look at us. Now look at us spending all this fucking money over there. They're giving it to the cunts that are shooting shit at us, right? And then we're shooting back at them. They're making all this money. And then they come over here and they buy a 50,000 square foot house. Overlooking our shit. Overlooking our shit. Hey, we overlook you. We're up on the hill, not the other way around. Huh? You give them the sun. Oh, God, you guys, I'm telling you, I would have that. I would fucking sell those oil guys. I would have a meeting under a mountain, wherever the fuck you meet with these fucking people that really run shit. You know, you're underneath the mountain, you got this fucking underwater waterfalls and shit, right? There's like these Planet of the Apes fucking things walking or whatever the fuck goes on underneath that thing, right? And you just tell them, is that shit? Oh, I can't do a waterfall. What am I fucking, the dude from Police Academy? I can't do that sound effects. Gentlemen, I came underneath this mountain tonight to give you the sun. Sorry, I don't have my proper recording equipment here. I can't do my Illuminati meeting. You give him the fucking sun. You give him the sun. Give him the fucking sun. Boop, 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 boop. That's what I would do. Instead of going over there talking about evildoers and doers of evil and fucking this, that, and the other, you pack the whole fucking shit up. That's it. Pack it all up. You send over 10 cargo planes. You bring the men and women of the armed forces. You bring them home. Right? You say you can keep your goop. You can keep your sand. But I want some of those cool clothes. I like the clothes they wear over there. The giant open-ended onesie. Whatever the fuck you call it. I think those things are cool, man. I want one of those. Can I buy one of those without offending Muslims? Could I talk my way out of a beheading if I put one of those on? Just be like, look, man, I'm a redhead. It was hot out. Look how pasty I am. What am I supposed to do? Then they get in my face. You blew it. That's it. That's all I wanted to say today. Give the oil companies the sun. You give it to them, and then the whole fucking thing is over. Whatever. I believe I can fly. So I got a gig here tonight, and I'm gonna go play some drums. There's a little rehearsal studio down the street. I'm gonna go play my fucking drums for a couple of hours. I was gonna go ride around on one of those fucking Citibank fucking banker cunt bicycles, but there's never any. They got like 14 for the whole city. And then also, what kind of an asshole rides a bicycle in a city? You know what I mean? What am I, in Europe? How many people die a year in Europe just riding around on bicycles in a fucking city? Those fucking cars go by. Fucking yet another ambulance going over to pick up some fucking 6'3" fucking 110-pound European that you could taken out on his bicycle that has a basket on the front. I like riding bicycles. Oh, you know what? I watched this documentary called Ovarian Psychos. Right? How do you not click on that? I first clicked on this action movie, and it was just the same fucking shit. The one guy who beats the fuck out of everybody. Nobody ever... they all have guns, but they never think to use it. And I was just like, I've seen this a million times. It's really loud. And look at that nice classic car. They're wrecking the fucking thing. I can't watch this shit. So I shut it off. And I saw this thing called Ovarian Psychos. And I was like, I gotta see what this is about. It was about some women in East LA, mainly Mexican, who were sick of fucking being scared women, and they started their own group, and they ride around these women's only, riding bicycles when there's like a full moon or some shit. I don't know. So I was watching this stuff, and of course, typical guys like, women's only, that's like sexist. What if I had a guys only bike ride? I hate when people act like it's a level playing field. You know what I mean? It's like they're having this thing because it's not a level playing field. One of the women in there was just like, everything's kind of for fucking men only, which it really is when you really look at it, okay? I don't want to fucking come off as like a complete goddamn liberal here, all right? But, you know, it really is. It's just, it's there for the taking for you when you're a guy, you know? Not saying you're going to get it. 9 out of 10 people still fail. That's one thing that feminists don't realize. You know, when you listen to them talking about what it's like to be a guy, they have this cartoonish idea of what it's like to be a guy. You just show up. Oh, and the classic one, the more you act like a dick, the more people respect you. I love that one. If a woman does it, she's considered a bitch. If a guy does it, it's like, have they ever done a survey? Just ask the general public. Hey, if you had your choice between working for somebody nice or working for a complete fucking asshole who treats you like shit, which would you pick? Yeah, nobody does. I think when I meet successful people, truly successful people that get it, successful in their personal life and in their professional life, those people I always meet, they're always humble, they're self-deprecating, they walk into a room, you want to be around them, and they're good at talking to people. They don't come in like fucking Alec Baldwin and Glengarry Glen Ross. That bullshit that men respect a guy like that. Fucking, who the fuck want? No, I don't. I don't respect anybody. What I see is an insecure asshole who's afraid it's all going to go away by the afternoon. Anyway, so I'm watching this documentary. Check it out. It's actually really, the only thing that bothered me about the documentary is the way they spelled psychos. Ovarian psychos. It's like, but you're on cycles. So why didn't you spell the first half like cycle and the rest like psycho? You know, little wordplay there. Nothing? All right. Anyways, so I watched it. It was interesting. And actually this one woman said in it, you know, because she'd been through all this shit when she was a little girl with her mother. And then she had a daughter, I believe. At least she had a kid. She became a mom. And then her mother said, well, now do you at least understand me? I bet you understand me a lot more. And she said to her mother, no, actually, I've never understood you less. And I actually cringed when I saw that. And I was just like, you know, that's something if you feel it, you don't say to your mom. Like, what do you get out of saying that to your mother? All you're going to do is devastate her and make her feel like she completely failed as a mom. And it doesn't get you any real estate. That's something you say to your friend. And now that I have a kid, it's just like, I don't even understand what the fuck my mother did to me even more. And you fucking clink your wine coolers and then that's it. You don't say it to your mom. We're taking callers. I just watched a Schick Hydro Transformer ad that made those Dollar Shave Club ads make even more fucking sense. The blade literally turned into one of those fucking robots. Why is Mutombo wagging his finger at me like he just blocked a shot in a Mobile One commercial? Is he out of NBA money? Where the fuck did he come from out of nowhere? Did he buy one too many fucking gold chains or some shit and he's like called up his agent? I need to work again. Was that Schwarzenegger? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't have my ads. I'll have to read the ad at the end of this fucking thing whenever the fuck that thing comes in. I have no idea. Oh, by the way, I forgot to bring this up. Season 3 of F is for Family is going to happen. Thank you so much to everybody who watched. We are now breaking stories for Season 3. It's animation, so Season 3 ought to come out somewhere in late 2019. No, we're hoping that we can have it come out, you know, we came out May 30th of this year, so that's what I'm shooting for. Now, I haven't communicated that to anybody I'm working with. I'm just assuming that they already know that, and if it doesn't happen, I will just get quiet for no reason around them. That's the way I was taught to communicate with others while growing up. Do all the math in your head, do not communicate it to anybody, and when they don't see it the way you see it, you just stop talking to people. That was the way it was done. And then you just don't talk to them for like 3 days, and then when they finally are like, well, I guess I'm not going to fucking talk to you again, you then out of nowhere bring up whatever game happened last night, and you start talking about it like the last 3 days never fucking happened. That's the way it was done when I was growing up. Hey, one of these days, I'm actually going to fly up to Port Chester in a helicopter. I'm trying to convince this guy to put dual controls on. I mean, that's the whole fucking purpose of me going, right? Fly over the George Washington Bridge. I just want to see how you transition through all this fucking commercial airspace where you have JFK, you have LaGuardia, and you have Newark. But I see helicopters all the time going up and down the Hudson Bay, so there's got to be some corridor that they're allowed to fly, like probably, I would guess, no higher than like, I don't know, they fly it really fucking low, but I never know if it's like sightseeing. I wouldn't think you'd be any higher than 1,000 feet. And you just kind of, you know, and then just look out for Sully when he comes landed in the Hudson Bay. I do know with LAX that you either transition along the beach at a below 150 or you go along Sepulveda Boulevard, which I never do that one. That one always scares the shit out of me. Because you look down and there's a jumbo jet underneath you. And I always think, like, what if he aborts his landing and just fucking yanks back on the stick? Then I got this fucking 300-person missile coming right at me in my little R-22. You know? You ever see a cheetah running down a baby whatever? That's what it would be like, except it's the aviation version of that. And I would be the baby gazelle. Not even a gazelle. A baby turtle. How slow is a baby turtle? Is there anything sadder than watching that documentary when those baby turtles try to make it to the ocean and all those fucking seagulls come down and pick off 9 out of 10 of them? I fucking love turtles. I had a pet turtle when I was a kid. And used to feed it like dead grasshoppers and shit. I love this fucking thing. I love cleaning the tank, making sure its shell stayed fucking wet and all that so it wouldn't crack. And had my little tank, set it up. I fucking love this thing. I love watching it coming up for air and all that shit. So one time I went to church, because that's what I used to do every Sunday, right? So I went to church with my family back east. So we go to church, and I came home, and the turtle was, the way I had positioned the rock, the turtle had gone head first into the water, and its turtle ass was out of the water. And I immediately went over and I picked it up, and its head was sunk all the way back into its, like, shell, and its eyes were closed and its mouth was open and it wasn't moving. And I was like, oh, fuck. Is it dead? Did it drown? And I went downstairs and I said, Dad, is my turtle dead? And he goes, yeah, he's gone. And I was fucking devastated. So I had to take a brown, you know, you put your lunch in, the brown, like, lunch bags, put the turtle in there, and then I went out in the woods and dug it a little grave and put the marker up, and then that was it. And then my dad was like, well, we'll get you another one. We'll get you another one. I was like, no, I don't deserve it. I blamed the turtles. It was my fault. I set up the rocks wrong. And I was just, I was like, that's it. That's it. I'm done. You know? I'm done. I'm not going to kill another fucking turtle. And it was so weird. Like 4 days later, we were driving down the street and there was a turtle crossing the street. This is back when there was actually animals, you know, before we fucking killed and ate all of them, you know? I blame the Food Network for that. You know, and all these fucking assholes going around eating bizarre foods. I'm in Timbuktu eating maggots, right? Now all of a sudden everybody's got to eat maggots. They're serving grasshoppers at fucking Mariner games or whatever the hell they're doing out there. This is America. We don't eat grasshoppers. We eat Doritos. Taco Bell. You give them the sun, everybody. I'm telling you, that would turn this country around. Turn this country around. Just give them the sun. That's it. So anyways, I flew the other day on Tuesday. I hadn't flown in like a month, and I flew like a fucking champ, to the point I actually got a goddamn compliment from my instructor, unsolicited. Said, you're flying great today. Made me feel really good, okay? I've done my auto rotations. I'm ready to get back out there in solo. So there's a flight I want to do. I want to fly up to Santa fucking Barbara. solo. So that's what I'm working towards, and I'm really looking forward to it. Been flying a lot in the valley and everything, getting to know all of that stuff. It's so fucking cool. Yesterday we were actually going to, or 2 days ago, we were going to try to fly over to Santa Monica Airport because I know that they're allegedly closing it in 5 years. We'll see what the fuck happens. So I was like, well, I never landed there. I might as well go over there and check that place out. But what we wanted to do, like pad work, they don't let you do that over there. Noise abatements and all that. They don't want some helicopter flying around and all that shit. So we just said, fuck it. We flew up along the coast. We went by the Pacific Palisades. And you're just sitting there looking. That's what the whole give them the sun shit came from. I looked, I said, look at that fucking house they're building. This house was the size of this house. I looked at it and I said to the instructor, I go, that looks like they're building a fucking mall that I would never go into. Going like, that's going to be too crowded. And it was somebody's house. It was going to cost half a fucking $1 billion. And there was some prince of some fucking country in the Middle East, you know, was going to move. That's like his fucking house on the other side of the world. That's his cottage. And that right there, I was just like, how much fucking money are we giving to these people? It's time to give the oil companies the sun. That's all you do. So they're still in control of everything. You know, they could give us empty threats. Well, shut it off! You know, like they could do it. So anyways, we're flying over there, and I'm just looking at all these fucking houses, and I look down, I see this one. It was this fucking beautiful house. I go, Jesus Christ, look at that one. It had like this glass where you couldn't see in it all, like ceiling to floors. It looked like a goddamn yacht, but it was a house. And those guys, they always give tours, so they know all the celebrities. They're like, oh, that's so-and-so's fucking house. And I was like, wow. That's what $20 million a movie gives you. And I'm not going to say the guy's name because he probably has enough fucking people looking at his house. Although, recently they said that he sold it. So I have no fucking idea. But anyways, I had a great time. I did have a great time. The only thing is whenever I land off airport, all the fucking shit that I know to do, the downwind checks, you know, all of that, I forget to do all of it. That's the only part I fucked up. So we were doing like this pinnacle landing, and you know, you set up the downwind, base, and then go final, and I fucking, you know, I was coming in for landing. I was still doing like 65 knots. Like, I'm supposed to be down to like 30, you know, slowing down and shit. Guy's going, all right, you're going a little fast. I want to do some S-turns here. But anyways, I am, very excited to do that type of shit. And this is the time when I would usually read some advertising there, but I don't have any. What else can I talk about here? Let's look it up. I have to hum my password or else I can't. You know, I got in here late and I watched the end of the fucking Yankees game. The baby Bombers over there. Fucking kicking the shit out of everybody. You know what I love about my building here in New York? Is we have rooftop access. And for me, I feel like that's part of the New York experience. You got to be up on a fucking roof. The only thing that sucks is you can't smoke up there. You know, they just have like chairs. I don't even think you can smoke. I just said smoke. I don't think you can eat. You know what I mean? I think you just can go up there and like read books. It's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? There's probably cameras up there. You can't even go up there and bang your broad. Huh? You like the skyline? Huh? You like the fucking skyline? You know, you can't do that anymore. Back in the day, back in the 90s when I was there, I got Pawn Shop on in the background. Somebody's trying to sell a Murray Eliminator. Yeah, it looks like an Apollo 3-speed. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Bill on F is for Family has a bike like that. And that was a bike I always wanted, and my parents were like, no, we're going to get you the nerdy, more fucking, we're not going to get you one of those cool chopper-looking bikes. We're going to get you one of the fucking nerdy ones. You know, Beach Rambler. Let's see what the fuck this guy's asking for this. The F3 Eliminator.
Which was 69, and this had all the bells and whistles. I mean,
Eliminator Mark II. Well, what are you going to do? How much are you going to get for this?
So what are your concerns, Court? I'm going to give them a look over, see if they're all original. Okay, yeah, I'll check them out.
This is where they always fuck them over. Actually, the seat, some of the metal fleck, as you can see, has a little scratch on it. So I'm going to give you 1/90th of what your asking price was. You know what kills me? Those fucking bikes were like, I don't know what, they were probably like $60-70, which was a lot of money back in the day. And now they're worth like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Yeah, but it's called inflation. It's called the Federal Reserve. All right. I just went down the rabbit hole. All right. That is I was just checking in on you guys. I was just giving you a couple of laughs on your ride home or whatever the fuck it is that you're doing. I guess I'll do the advertising read whenever the fuck I get that, and I'll just splice it on the end of this, which is what you're going to listen to in 2 seconds, so I don't know why I just explained it. All right. By the way, balcony seats for Paul Verzi's stand-up special on August 13th at the Tarrytown Music Hall have now gone on sale. Tickets are going fast for the 2 shows, which I'm very excited about. Me and Pete Davidson are going to go out before Paul's show to warm up the crowd that night, do a little fucking Smothers Brother thing. I think we're just going to try out new material. I'm going to run that by him. We just, he'll try a new joke, then I'll try a new joke, and then you guys get to judge it. Who's you like better? All right? And then whoever fucking wins gets a goddamn pie. I don't know what. We'll figure something out. It's going to be a great night. So thank you, everybody, for watching F is for Family. And thank you for helping out the All Things Comedy Network. We're producing our first stand-up special with the great Paul Verzi, who's soon to become a household name, soon to start selling out nationwide, developing a drug habit, leaving his family, taking his family back. He says, taking the fucking Hollywood ride. No, Paul's not going to do that. I can't wait to see Paul Verzi with money. I cannot fucking wait. First of all, his bedroom's going to look like a Foot Locker. He's going to have all his fucking Jordans up on the wall. He's going to have like 19 different... He's going to have a gold chain for every fucking day of the month. What kind of car would he likes a 4-door sedan. Some giant gangster fucking looking car. A fucking walk-in humidor. I can't wait to see it. I really can't wait to see it. It's going to be... there's certain people, they get money, they're fucking boring. I've been guilty of that. But there's other people you're like, oh, God, I can't wait to see this. This is going to be some fucking legendary shit. If I came into Paul's house and he somehow, in a split-entry house, figured out how to put the world is mine fountain at the foot of the landing of the fucking 2 stairs. One goes up, one goes down. It wouldn't surprise me in the least, and I can't wait to see it because I love the guy. All right, that's it. Here comes some advertising that I'm going to read some point in the future, but you're going to hear it now. Have a great weekend, you fucking cunts over there. And thank you to everybody bought tickets out here in Port Chester. I'll see you tonight, tomorrow. Say. All right, here's the reads there, jackasses. All right, black tux, everybody. There's only so many opportunities in life to wear a tuxedo. Yeah, when you're under a mount giving people the sun, I'm going to give you the sun. So when your big day or special event rolls around this spring, look just as great as you feel, man. For me, I feel better when I wear a black tux at blacktux.com. With high-quality rental suits and tuxedos delivered to your doorstep, the Black Tux gives you a new way to rent. Plus, with their free home try-on, you get to see the fit and feel the quality of suit. Let your balls roll around in the pants months before your event. And the best part is it's completely done online. The blacktux.com lets you create your look or choose from tons of stylistic selected outfits. I love you do this on the internet. Someday when your fucking robot replacement shows up dressed like James Bond, like, I recognize that tux. I recognize that face. And then it fucking kills you. At least it'll be a gentleman robot. Suits like this usually retail for $1,200, do they? But at the Black Tux, they start at just $95. Why would you say $1,200? Yeah, they just start at $95, not the $1,200 one. Oh, Jesus. If you have any questions or issues, their expert customer care team has your back every step of the way. After ordering, your suit will arrive 14 days before your event. If anything is less than perfect, the Black Tux will send you a free replacement right away. When your event is over, just drop your rental back in the mail. Shipping is free both ways. How easy is that? Stand out at your event for the right reasons with Black Tux. To get $20 off your purchase, visit thebblacktux.com/Burr. That's thebblacktux.com/Burr for $20 off of your purchase. All right, Lyft, everybody. Lyft knows that their drivers are what keep them moving. So they do everything they can to make sure their drivers are happy on every trip, man. Lyft is the ride-sharing company that believes in treating its people better. Lyft, this is so much shade against Uber, it's hilarious. We actually treat our people like people. Lyft believes that being a ride-sharing driver should be fun, and you're having a good time. If you're having a good time, so are your passengers. Well, I mean, within reason. Lyft was... I can think of some scenarios. Well, it was fun for me. Lyft was the first to offer in-app tipping. When you drive for Lyft, you keep 100% of the tips. Drivers have been paid over $200 million in tips since the feature was introduced. Express Pay lets drivers get paid almost instantly instead of waiting for weeks. Lyft has even taken the guesswork out of pickups. The new AMP device uses color coding to help passengers find their drivers. You can earn hundreds. That's actually really cool. I always wondered why they were lit up differently. You can earn hundreds of dollars a week plus tips. Want to earn more money, drive more? It's never been easier to give yourself a raise. It's a simple formula. Happy drivers mean happy passengers. Maybe that's why 9 out of 10 Lyft rides get a perfect 5-star rating. Go to Lyft.com/Burr today, and you can get a $500 new driver bonus. That's Lyft, Lyft.com/Burr. Lyft.com/Burr. Limited time only. Terms apply. All right, that ends the ads for this week. Please enjoy the music and a half hour of a special Thursday afternoon podcast from a Thursday afternoon that went by or maybe never happened. See ya.